All right, all right, all right. Is everybody ready for part 2 of this Mary and Lorient shenanigans? I think you are. Let's get started. Whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? Sorry for the technical difficulties. Welcome back, everyone, to another live stream of the Working Man Podcast. Here I am, Nicholas J. Fury, where reality checks are free, and welcome once again to the Working Man Podcast. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So, sorry for the technical difficulties a second there. I was trying to put a new graphic in there, but it didn't work the way I planned it, so we'll just remove that. Any case, the Miss Mary and Lorient situation, a.k.a. the Marython, all right? Wait a minute, sweet DJ, now you still live stream start on time. Well, thank you. I give myself a round of applause. That's again, one again. Thank you. I try, okay? Not always successful with that, but I try, okay? Now, again, the Mary and Lorient situation, or as my man said yesterday in the live stream, the Marython, all right? The saga continues. Now, yesterday when I left you, we went through Miss Marianne's history, some of her early beginnings in Cleveland, some of the struggles she went through about one of her friends or somebody that she was close to, the trial and all that with Mr. Representative, Miss Fudge. And then we go on to her Facebook page, her promotion where she promotes Awakening and other films and things like that. And then we go into, again, her meteoric rise on YouTube through one Lenon honor and all the claims that she made about Umar Johnson, the lawsuits, him passing out at a book signing, him canceling shows, and Umar Johnson joining her members only page on YouTube and all these kind of things, right? All the claims that she made about Umar Johnson, even the house thing, okay, where they were talking about how he allegedly tried to fleece her for $500,000 at the end of Awaken, all those kind of things, all the claims that she made against him, okay? And so now today, we've gotten all the way up to the part where this check business actually comes into play, all right? Now, she's been on YouTube for a few months now, things like that. She goes on live and she gives these updates and all those kind of things. She had a guest appearance on Lene Honor once or twice, and it was all good, right? Until this one faithful day where the check comes back to haunt her.
Enemy spotted.
Then she becomes the enemy of the anti-Umar Johnson sector. And now she's out on an island all by herself, okay? Now, some of you might have saw the thumbnail, okay? The thumbnail said, well, wait a minute. Let me back up. She got exposed from KKC, all right? AKA The Receipt Show, all right? Shout out to KKC if he ever sees this, all right? Of course, his group is called the Pull-Up Team, all right? And then, of course, Lene Honor, she goes on to Lene Honor Show, aka the Cookie Crush Chat. And that's where she goes crazy. She literally loses her shit trying to prove herself by being overly emotional with Lene Honor. Okay? And so today I got 3 C's for you as well, as you saw in the thumbnail. And it was called Check Cashing Chicanery.
Bitch, ain't no way.
All right?
Ain't no fucking way.
Now, some of you might not know what chicanery means. Now, I put this in the thumbnail for a reason, okay? Because it's fitting for what's going on here, okay? Let me show you this right here. Let's go to the screen. Let me share this with you. You see this right here, right? The definition of chicanery. Let me play this.
Chicanery.
You heard that? One more time.
Chicanery.
Chicanery. All right? This is a noun, chicanery. This from the Oxford Dictionary, okay, I believe. And it says, the use of deception or subterfuge to achieve one's purpose, okay? The use of deception. Let me scroll down a little bit more because there's other definitions here. What is the literal meaning of chicanery? Definition of chicanery, noun, the use of tricks to deceive someone, usually to extract money from them. Synonyms: chicane, guile, shenanigans, wile, and the last one I want to highlight, trickery. Trickery, usually to extract money from people. Now, Miss Marianne has been on YouTube for a few months now. She has members only page, okay? She gets super chats sometimes when she goes live. Well, not now because she turned her comments off. And she was still promoting the movie Awaken along with other films that she has under her umbrella, Lorient Vision Productions. Okay? So she got all that. We got all that out the way, okay? So we're about to dig deep now into the story behind how this check was exposed, all right? So thank you for joining me here. We got 30,000 people in the box. Thank you all for joining me so far. I hope the numbers go up. And I hope you started the poll, okay? The poll says, was the lawsuit a lie? 76% said yes. 12% said no. And 12% said yes, just like FDMG. Where is it?
Enemy spotted.
Please get your vote in, okay? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, who's this? 40 Fabulous. This is like a Friday the 13th series. Yes, it is. We're gonna keep going with this. I got another. I'm gonna see if I can if I can stretch this out to a part 3. But in any case, to donate further to the channel, hit the Cash App, $, Mr. Normie is the first pinned comment at the top of the live chat. Also, if you feel it on your heart, please also send a super chat. If you're on a replay gang, hype the video up. And everyone that's in here, all 30 or 40,000 people in here, hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. If you can't do nothing else, you don't feel like doing nothing else, the least you can do is hit the like button while you're in here. Or if you leave and come back, make sure you hit that like button before you exit the building. All right? So now, before I get into this, shout out to everyone that's been covering Umar Johnson and covering Miss Mary Lawrence. Shout out to Mind Chaos Brew. Shout out to KKC, King Kong Crazy. Shout out to Lene Honor, Uncle Mo TV, The Late Cooking with Frank, Make a Change, and everyone else that has been covering this Mary Lawrence situation and has covered Umar before me. I'm just one of the latest and greatest, if you will, to cover this. So let's go to this video I'd like to show you. This video is from Make a Change. It says, did Umar Johnson really pay Mary Lawrence $68,000 and did she use a fake check as evidence? All right. Let me back up. Before I get into this, let me give some respect to KKC. KKC's been covering this for a while. Now, if you go to the post here, this is what started all of this right here. This was 13 days ago. Marianne Lorient, 4316 check. The check that you showed the people is fake. I'm called the receipt show for a reason. He exposed this. Now, according to Lene Honor, he got this email too, but he never followed up on it until it got exposed by KKC. So shout out to KKC. He posted this to his community tab on his page, and that started the entire snowball that's still going down here right now and still gaining steam and more snow, and the snowball is coming bigger and bigger every day. But let's get to Make a Change for y'all, the replay game. This is the short version of it, and then we'll cover it in detail. Shout out to Make a Change. Fair use. Let's go.
Marianne lied about receiving a $68,600 settlement from Umar Johnson, and did she provide a fake check as evidence? If you have been following this Umar Johnson saga, you know who Marianne is. She's the lady who produced the Awaken movie, starring Umar Johnson. She and Umar Johnson fell out during the production of the movie, and she mentioned that she received a settlement from Umar Johnson for issues that occurred during the production of the movie.
The reason I wanted to come out to make this video, it's because I received a check as a settlement from Dr. Umar Johnson. During the week, I received an email, and the email was not claiming to sue me. It was from his attorney at Cleveland Law Firm, which has a sister firm and where he's from, Philly. So they reached out. They wanted to have a dialogue. They wanted to give me a form of payment for my hardship that I dealt with Dr. Umar, for my donation, and then for my therapy. What I did say, I went to therapy in one of the videos, so they did their homework pretty thoroughly. They wanted to reimburse me for that. And he wanted to move forward and not have me make disparaging video about him anymore. Like, what else they said? They're like, yeah, so I'm glad we're having this dialogue. We're going to give you $68,600. I love it.
$68,600. Okay, now this is where she announced this, the exact amount that she got paid from Umar Johnson and his camp. Now, to be honest with you, after thinking about this, there was actually then 3 lawsuits, right? Because after Awaken, she said that Umar Johnson tried to fleece her for $500,000, want to take her house and everything, right? Somehow that goes away. And then she gets a call from Umar Johnson's legal team saying, we want to pay you for pain and suffering, for therapy and everything you went through during the taping of Awaken. And so then he pays her $68,600. And then after that, then there's another lawsuit with Marianne and 40 other people where she paid up front for everybody's legal fees to go through with this. And again, the stipulations of the lawsuit for the last case was that either he pays everyone back the amount that they donated, okay, and open the books up to where the money's coming from, or he opens the school. That, remember, he goes and does 2 or 3 live streams where he's shoveling the snow, where he's in the gym, where he's talking about teachers' lounge, and he's talking about all this other stuff, right? So isn't there like 3 lawsuits? Let's go. Let's continue. Make a change.
I haven't even cashed your check yet. Your check's still up there. But what I did do, I sent a copy of that check to Honor, because I promised Honor when I get paid, I would return back on this show, and then I would do, let the people know I got my money back.
She also stated in that video she would send a copy of the check to Lenon. About 4 months ago, she did that. She also did an interview regarding the settlement. I knew she said Umar Johnson paid her because I saw her original video. However, I never saw the check or the interview she did with Lenon until today, when the topic of the check came up during KKC's live stream, and someone in the chat stated that the check was fake. I will put a link to that live stream in the video's description. I asked the person if they could provide me with a link to the video and timestamp where the check was shown, and they did.
Are you going to show the flash of the check, or you not?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you. Is it okay to show it?
You show it, you ain't got to let it linger. But and
Okay.
then you know what? I'm gonna tell you, and I want you to show the back of the check. That's the important now, and you let
Okay.
it linger so you can see it's a watermark. Cause trust me, they're gonna be mad. But at the same time, I'm not that desperate to prove anything to you guys where it's gonna come back to me some legal
The nerve of Marianne. Listen to this now. I mean, don't you sound so arrogant? I ain't got nothing to prove to y'all, and you can show the back of the check. And you know what? You know how you're in a, maybe a bad relationship with a significant other, and you break up with this individual, and you look back at the relationship and everything that you might have went through, and you realize that, all the red flags that you missed, right? Of course, hindsight is 20/20, right? So you look back at your relationship after it's all done and over with, and you're like, man, I missed this red flag and this red flag and this problem and this argument, and they said this and did that. And I'm like, wait a minute. And you look back at the relationship, you're like, man, I looked over all this stuff because I love this person. I looked up to them or, whatever, and I wanted to be with this person. Well, it's the same shit going on right now with Mary and Lorient. All the stuff, and now looking back at all the records and everything that happened, I'm like, wow, this could have been, there's a lot of fraudulent and questionable things that she said and things that were done. This right here was a big thing right here, looking back at it, that she wanted to show the back of the check and not the front. And how she was trying to get Lenon to not let him show the front of the check at all, just the back with a watermark somewhere.
thing.
And the next thing is, how did she even send him this? Was it email? Did she put it in a mail? Like, was this a copy of the copy that she got, or was this an original that she sent to him that's tangible? I mean, I wanted that too. But, I mean, yeah.
So
Okay. So
the only thing
can
that's
I?
real is the written amount, the amount, and my name on the check, and then the year of the check, 2025.
Okay.
It's none
So
of your
I'll show this.
business when the check was written. It's none of your business what law firm the check. None of your business.
Wow.
The memo. None of nobody's business. I don't
Nobody
even
business.
have to. I send it to you, so I need you to conceal all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what? Isn't she being just rude to Lenon? Like,
Ain't no
you
way.
ain't got to show.
Ain't no
You
fucking
ain't got to
way.
show. Who you talking to, yo?
Yeah. So here's the back of the check. I'll show that.
you got it large in it so they can see it. They can see it.
Yeah, they can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it okay for me to show the
You
front?
can
Wait a minute. Let's look at this. Endorsee here. Check. All right. It's all a little beat up. Oh, man. See.
show the front, but you don't need to linger. You can show it and
Okay.
take it off because some of these Negroes, they don't see it, they don't believe it.
It is.
They
It
don't
is
see it,
legit.
they don't believe it.
And I see the figures on there.
They don't see it, they don't
it's
believe
interesting.
it. And you see
who-
my name, Mary,
Yeah, it's on there.
Lorient, and you see the year 2025.
Mhm.
And then one of them is a cap. I'm like, what cap mean? And I go, girl, you don't know what cap? I'm like, no. Yeah, that mean you lying. And it's like, it's just, but those are his little supporters, like
Yeah.
they got to come at you. Like,
Okay, the information on the check is covered, so why didn't she want the front of the check to be seen on screen for a long period of time, but was okay with showing the back of the check on the screen for a long period of time? Is it because she knew the information on the front of the check would have shown it wasn't real? Lenon did a live today after this information came to the forefront and showed a better image of the check. I have received these before. This is not a check. Typically, they are mailed out by companies interested in purchasing your property, and they make these ridiculous low-ball offers. Here are some other examples. Now, going back to the image of the check Marianne sent to Lenon, it's clear it's not a real check because right on the front of the check, it clearly states, disclaimer, this is not a real check. To receive your real cash offer, call and it gives a phone number. If you call the number on the check, it goes to Legacy Home Buyers.
Thank you for calling Legacy Home Buyers. Sorry we missed your call. If you can leave your name, property address, and a brief message, we'll return your call as soon as we can. Thank you.
The check has absolutely nothing to do with a settlement from Umar Johnson. Is this why she didn't want the front of the check to linger too long? During Lennon's live, Marianne came on and she was very upset.
with that man in Columbus, that law firm, that check was deposited in Chase Manhattan.
Now we're gonna react to that this clip right here by Marianne on Lenon Honest because she went ballistic. Let's fast forward because we're gonna get to that part.
said
an
about that.
interview with Lene with you. I left the message. I didn't read.
She deflected when asked direct questions about the image of the check she sent to Lenon. She was adamant that Umar Johnson paid her and said that she would be going to her bank to get proof to show everyone. That should be intriguing because she has now painted herself into a corner. Because now she don't only have to prove that Umar Johnson paid her money, but he paid her $68,600. But here's what we know for a fact. The check she provided to Lenon is not real. She knows it's not real because it clearly states that on the front of the check. She also blocked out the parts of the check that showed it had nothing to do with Umar Johnson and would have shown who it was really from. In closing, I'm going to say this, and let me be clear, I have no issues with Lenon. I'm just keeping it a buck. This one is on YouTube, sir. You received a legible image of the check. It clearly states that this is not a real check. However, it seems that you did not vet the information before presenting it. But hey, I guess this is just another twist in this whole Umar Johnson saga.
Yes, it is a indeed twist in the Umar Johnson saga.
Target acquired.
Target acquired indeed. So back to KKC. So KKC shows the check, all right, on his community tab. And the anti-Umar Johnson sector goes wild, all right? Goes wild. So everybody starts talking. Lene gets out in front of it, and he does a live stream. But like I said, here we go. This right here was the video after he showed the check on his community tab. And then he does a couple more videos about it, right? Because then she goes in the car and she starts talking crap about KKC. Indirectly at first, but then eventually she does mention him directly. In any case, he posts the check to his community tab, and then Lenon Honor gets out in front of it by basically saying, you know what, I was wrong. I should have done better about making sure this was, legit. And that brings us to here. This is Lenon Honor. 13 days ago, I contacted Mary and Lorient about the check. This is what I found so far. Now, fast forward past all the stuff where he's kind of apologizing, is being apologetic to his audience and things like that, which we understand. He runs this YouTube like a business. And so, as he should, he came out in front of it and said, you know what, hey, I'm sorry, y'all, should have done better. I got burnt on this one. It is what it is, right? Well, not it is what it is, but I'll do better next time at making sure that people that come up are vetted properly. In any case, let's get to it. Miss Mary and Lorient is about to get on the mic and lose her ever-loving mind.
But that's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Sharif.
Very used to Lenon Honor. If you ever see this, bro, I'm just using this as teaching purposes, right? Transforming, if you will. But yeah, I'm on Lenon Honor's team, even though, yeah, he did make a mistake here. But this is for my entertainment purposes.
Amadou says, Lene, keep talking with us. Don't go to bed with this. We are all confused and waiting with you for confirmation. Thank you for all you do. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get much sleep anyway. And I didn't get much. I just ain't been sleeping right. It's not sleep apnea. It's just when you can't fall asleep, and then when you do, you wake up shortly after that. And I've been having a real hard time with that recently. Okay, she's on now. Okay, let me. Thank you, Amadou. I'll come back to the super chats in a little bit. Let's get Sister Marianne on here.
Hope y'all ready. If you haven't seen this, oh boy.
Okay, Sister Marianne, you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
I sure can. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. So I'm making round, and one of the nurses pulled me aside and told me you need to get on YouTube immediately. You're being sabotaged.
Oh,
Mr. On.
Sabotage. Where have we heard the word sabotage before? Maybe Umar Johnson. He says, oh, you're trying to sabotage the YouTubians, the struggle streamers, the Rainbow Gang, the white power structure. They're trying to sabotage me. Right now, it's the people that are my friends. I thought we have respect for each other. And now you guys are turning on me because of the check. And, you should waited for me to bring proof. Yeah.
I have the utmost respect for you.
Thank you.
Okay? I would never do anything that low. You reached out to me. I came on
By the way, don't worry about what's in the cup because it's not just juice.
your show and I told everyone my story.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If you guys go to my video, I gave you the check. I had nothing to hide. I gave it to you. You guys go to my video. I said, you know what? We're leery. I'm leery to deposit the check. I will
Okay.
open an account, deposit the check. It's not going into my main institute because he can't be trusted. You understand? That check was given to me through them, Long Shark. I never in my life heard about Long Shark.
Long Shark. Long Shark.
Nick, you're stupid.
Yeah, Long Shark, huh? Okay, by the way, the poll. We need more people to vote. We got almost 70,000 people in here. We only got 27 votes. All right, let's get some participation in the poll here. Poetic Flacco. Oh, my goodness. Hello. Hello. Poetic Flacco. I see you in here, bro. By the way, I read some of your other stuff about not only Umar Johnson, but also my man Corey Holcomb as well. You did some good content. Thank you, by the way. One of the nurses in her clinic watched Lene Honor and told her to join us live. No, well, I guess somebody was probably a fan of Lene Honor, and they said, hey, you need to come on here because they throwing your name around, which, I mean, she had a fake check. I mean, of course you got a name thrown around. By the way, the poll, we got 28 votes. Was a lawsuit a lie? 64% said yes, 11% said no, 25% said yes, just like FDMG. By the way, if you want to donate to the channel, hit the Cash App, $, Mr. Normie. It's pinned to the top of the live chat. Also, hit the super chat. Poetic Flacco was in here, brother. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah,
This is how Umar moves. You understand? Tomorrow morning, I will be on camera at Huntington Bank when that money cleared at Chase Manhattan, withdraw, and I deposited Huntington Bank. I don't have any reason to lie. You guys think I would get on public platform and tell you guys he settled with me? And you think Umar Johnson wouldn't have come after me? Come on, family. He can't even say.
Hold up, Mind Chaos Brew. I see you too. All right. Thank you for being out here. Oh, by the way, man, Mind Chaos Brew, y'all go subscribe to Mind Chaos Brew and Poetic Flacco, by the way. Now, Mind Chaos Brew, I believe she, a few days ago, was inquiring about Marianne Lorient's nursing credentials, I believe. I don't know if it is true or not that she's actually a nurse, but I think she looked up the nursing credentials and her home, by the way. That was good work, Mind Chaos Brew. Thank you for being here once again. Like I said, y'all, hit the cash, hit the super chat, and participate in the poll, if you will. Let's get back to Lenon.
Name. And then for clear, because there's some people, so they're saying everything I said is a lie. Let me give you the detective there, and I'll deal with these white people on my own. Patrick Bishop. That is the detective.
Hold the fuck up. We got KKC King Kong Crazy in the chat. Man, what? I am honored. Thank y'all for being here. I watch all of y'all content. Thank y'all for being here at KKC. Hey man, you one of the OGs in here. You brought all this stuff to the light. I'm just here for entertainment, but I want to give I want to chronicle it myself. Thank y'all for being here. All right, KKC, Mind Chaos Brew, and Poetic Flacco. Respect.
Who is in charge of handling this thing on Umar Johnson. Once it's finished from Cleveland, it goes to Delaware, detective. It goes to Pittsburgh, Philly, where he lived. Once local investigation is done, it goes to BCI. Listen, I am a person of integrity. When I do my video in my home, sometimes my children are passing in the background. Come on, Mr. Honor, really? This has ripped.
The sympathy play. Oh, well, I got my kids in the background. What that got to do with the price of tea in China? Okay. Yeah, I mean, hell, Lenon has people in the back of his freaking, when he's walking around, he tried to hide them and all that, but it doesn't matter just because I got kids in the background. I mean, and?
My heart, this has really hurt. And then there's a pattern. I reached out to you. I said, Mr. Honor, I don't understand what is happening. Kayla, close the door and tell Megan, take the med pass and I'll be there shortly. I'm at work. I'm probably going to lose my job for this. Mr. Honor.
You want to come on tomorrow?
No. We're talking tonight. We got to clear this tonight. Okay. I'm going to give you a long shark. Yeah, Umar is a snake in the ground. Umar is a liar.
Okay.
You guys think. Let me tell you.
Wait a minute. See, hold on. Let me, wait a minute. See, she talking about the long shark, all right? She talking about long shark. Wait a minute. Hold up. We got to find the long shark. Wait a second, y'all. I'm finna find you the long shark. Well, find you the long shark. Where is the long shark? Now, give me 1 second. I'm going to find the long shark for y'all. Where is it? We're going to find the long shark here in just a second, all right? Let me find the long shark. There we go. Where is it? We're going to find the long shark. Where is it? Hold on a second. There we go. There's the long shark right there. Here we go. This is the long shark y'all looking for right here. One. Shout out to COGO if you ever end up in the building. This is the long shark right here. This is the long shark.
Yeah. Still Lene shit, a check ain't rich.
Menace in the net, it's a funny thing. It can bring you pleasure, it can bring you pain. It can get you a high like you never felt. Chasing that dragon, have you in hell, making your soul melt. Whatever way it goes, well, that's your own choice. The shouts from the comments be like God's voice. If you rebuke, then seems like you probably need to reflect on your actions, how you sowed your seed. The disclaimer said, this is not a real check, so of course we have questions. What you expect when we seen a fine print, it's done all of us. But you refuse to deal with the obvious. Instead, you trying to put a rule over the people's eyes. But from everybody, auntie to the most despised. Lenon put you on and you was on the rise. But many people fall from grace when they deal in lies. Negativity weighs you down like a strong force. Find you on the wrong road, better change course. Disrespected the community that took you in. Deflecting all the blame like you Umar's twin. Blaming haters and creators with the content, but won't answer questions about what you present. Saying Lene should have checked on your fake shit when you the only one to blame for this dang mess.
Mary, my Mary, you showed your love. Mary, we ain't done. Mary, what's the deal? Mary. The check ain't real. Yeah.
Your best bet is to tell the truth. All this double talk, but you show no proof. But there's enough evidence to hold your feet to the fire. The number on the check is for legacy home buyers. No barcode and no body number. No excuses, just making you look dumber. Talking about other stuff that's irrelevant. Out here playing with people of intelligence. Uncle Mo, but leaking information, man, had your back. The least that you can do is come with the facts. And maybe then you can start to heal. Just explain why it says that the check ain't real. We want to hear it from you, though we know the answer. Or maybe you're like Umar, just a fucking cancer, and you working with him in this evil plan. Now we shouldn't have trusted Mary Ann.
All right, y'all, that's the shark. Let's get back to Lene Honor.
Let me tell you,
Marianne,
the reason I had no Honor, I got to talk. You did your talking. I got to talk. The reason I said, you know what? I'm telling him about room 130. I brought Devontae. I brought the nigga that was in the room with him. You understand? And
By the way, there's another reason why she wouldn't say KKC's name, because KKC, well, let me back up. The whole room 130 situation, right, with Umar Johnson, that he was in the room that night with the hairstyles and all this kind of stuff, right? Now, here's the deal with that. Marianne said that she talked to this individual, this man, all right, and allegedly he has an alternative lifestyle, okay? She called this man up for an interview, right? And what happened was she put this man on the spot and asked him what happened in the room with Umar Johnson. Now, in my opinion, he was not ready for that question, and so he abruptly hung the phone call up. KKC was either in the comment section of one of her videos, I believe, or one of her live streams, and told her, hey, look, what you did was foul. He wasn't expecting that. He came in there thinking you was going to ask him questions about his business, maybe, like his life and things like that, not put him on the spot about Umar Johnson. And so KKC went to check her about that, right? And wanted to have a conversation with her. And something along the lines, if I'm reciting this, if I remember this correctly from KKC, he said that Miss Mary Lorient said that I contact you, you don't contact me, because he wanted to talk to her about it and, you know, be fair and not rude about it, I guess, right? And so he hit her with some Umar Johnson type stuff like I contact you. And from then on, well, it's been on like Donkey Kong or King Kong.
did reach out to you. I said, Miss Honor, I don't understand what's going on. There's this thing on YouTube that sabotaged me. I had Lene reach out to me privately and text, and then she's publicly displaying her text message. And you're like, Marianne, handle that with her privately. And then there's another YouTube channel who sabotaged, oh, she's lying this, she's lying that. And I brought an issue that they brought. I said, you know, Mr. Honor, I'm a person of integrity. I'm transparent. I will deal with that issue. Did I not share that with you?
Yes.
So here, they want to know, all of y'all, call that detective. Y'all call headquarters in Cleveland. Patrick Bishop, that's who's in charge. They're coming for Umar. I swear.
Patrick Bishop, where are they?
Enemy spotted.
So she starts blurting out a whole bunch of names, Patrick Bishop talking about, and then eventually she's gonna say, let's call Umar Johnson on the live so I can give him a piece of my mind. I mean, complete deflections for what Lene Honors asking her, okay, well, what about the check? Well, Miss Marianne, what about the check? Where'd you? Well, Miss Marianne, what about the check?
Enemy spotted.
God, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to see that justice. You guys think I'm crazy? This man tried to take my house. If he was successful, me and my kids would be out in the street. You think I'm going to come? I don't have, listen, when I turn off YouTube, I'm living life. I have boots on the ground. I make a difference in my community. I don't got to come to lie or prove anything to anybody. But you know what? When I get off this shift, straight to Huntington Bank, I'm hurt. I am really, really hurt. And Mr. Honor, I have respect for you. Nobody disrespect your channel. I didn't reach out to come on your channel. You reached out to me and I came. I would have never done.
Now, this whole thing about her reaching out to Lene Honor, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Y'all correct me down in the chat if I'm saying this wrong. But Lenon got in touch with Marianne because either somebody told him about the movie or Miss Marianne was in the chat somewhere and then he got in contact with her. But if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't like he dug through the internet, and found her number and contacted her. There was a mutual exchange of, ideas and deals here going on. It wasn't just like he sought her out fully, right? If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. By the way, shout out to Mind Chaos Brew for the $9 super chat for the support. And I am.
I'm gracious, but I'm not content.
I'm gracious, but I'm not content. All right, next time make it 20, right? Like Umar Johnson would say, right? By the way, let me. Where's the other one?
Donations.
That's right.
Donations.
Thank you, Mind Chaos Brew. I appreciate
Donations.
Something that's slow. And I'm sorry, I can tell you're shooken up. I've been in the chat asking somebody, please have him come up. And let me tell you, he got on this YouTube. He's scared shitless. You know why? Because the pressure's on. That's why. They're coming for him. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to give who the lead detective. Go ahead. All of y'all like to do your homework research. Go right ahead. Again, Patrick Bishop. Let me spell it. For Cleveland Headquarters Police. Let me spell it. I'm going to say P-A.
Okay, KKC said he reached out to her through Facebook to find out more about the movie and why it wasn't posted. Okay, so like I showed y'all yesterday, she does have a Facebook page. Marion Lorient Productions is her fan page where she posts all her stuff. So I guess Lene reached out to her via Facebook, and that's how it got started. Thank you.
B-R-I-C-K, Bishop, B-I-S-H-O-P, okay? Long shark. Well, y'all want to get money like the way Umar did it like that? I gave you the letters for the attorney. Legal, a valid legal firm. You know how he came at me? Okay, what can you give out of the 500? What can you give out of the 500? And then if we don't like the number, Umar's going to give you a number, then we're not discussing. We're taking you to court. We're tearing you down. This is the language they use with me. And y'all want to know why I'm so angry? No, I have integrity. I'm a woman of faith. I have integrity. I ain't got no reason to lie. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody on YouTube, but I will prove it.
The issue, though, is the check.
I told you about the check. I sent that check to you. If I had something to hide, would I have given you that check? He went through a long shot with that man in Columbus, that law firm. That check was deposited in Chase Manhattan, and then that money was withdrawn and then deposited to Huntington Bank. I don't have to lie, Mr. Honor. I don't have to lie. Why would I lie? Where's Umar now? Call Umar right now. You call him right now. I'll talk to the bitch. Call him now. Call him now. You got his number.
Are you saying that that check that you showed me, that cleared?
They gave me something And then I told you, I said, listen, I do not trust this man. We went to Huntington. I go to a video. I said, family, this check.
Now, by the way, this was 13 days ago. Have we seen the check yet? A couple of days ago, she went up to the police station in Cleveland, somewhere where she lives at, and she's still talking about this check, that she gave this check, this imaginary piece of evidence that we were waiting for. She gave it to Patrick Bishop at the police station. She gave it to him, right? But we've been waiting for it here on YouTube so that we can clear her name and all this yelling stuff, we can get out the way. But instead, she decided that she didn't got nothing to prove to us, but she's going to give it to Patrick Bishop. Now, we know she was in the police station because KKC showed the other day in his live stream with the background of the picture. So she was at a police station, and she called for Patrick Bishop to come meet her in the lobby so she can give this imaginary information away. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. Because the check saga is ongoing. A lot of people said they're done with it. I want to see this through to the end, but we still got to get on Umar Johnson's neck tomorrow. We'll do more about that. Anyway, back to Lene.
They gave her, we are in questioning of the check. Before I got the money, I had to sign paperwork. He went to a long shark. These people are long shark. Long shark. I don't know. You're talking about real estate. I don't know about real estate. They're long shark. You get money. Let me break it down because someone probably, what the hell is she talking about? You get money from them and there's a high interest rate. That was Umar them doing. I don't care where the money came from.
And how does she know he got the money from a long shark, which you mean loan shark? How did she know that he got the money from there? He does get donations and stuff like that, right? So he took out a loan to give you money? I don't know.
I got paid. Okay. And once he paid me, I start moving. And I was playing chess with him. I'm like, all right. Now it's on. I've been moving with Umar.
All right. So you're saying that the check.
Sharon, call Becky downstairs and tell her to start the med pass. Thank you, honey. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying that the check that you showed at the bottom, it says disclaimer, this is not a real check to receive your
Mr. Honor, I don't have the physical check. I will go to the bank. I will pull receipt for you. I will pull receipt for you, and I will send you the receipt, and you will show to your viewer. Okay.
Okay. So she said that she will go to Huntington Bank the next day. She will go to Huntington Bank the next day and show the viewer, because she doesn't put S's on the end of her words, right? She's gonna show the viewer that she got paid $68,600 from Umar Johnson via a loan shark, that she took the money out of whatever this freaking bank was and put it in Huntington. Okay? All right. And so after all this, because she's still going now, wait a minute. Because she's still going.
This has pierced me in my heart. Pierced me in my heart. Why would I come publicly and say this man gave me this money and didn't? I'm not crazy, family. Come on, you guys. Are you guys serious right now?
Yeah, let me ask. So you said that it's a loan shark. Are you saying that Umar took out a loan to pay you?
I don't know what he did.
She don't know.
The check that we got when we did our investigation, they're long shark. They do business with a lot of things. They do like business. They're a place you could get money, but you got to pay a higher interest when you can't get money from no bank, and then they cut the check. I was
that would be a loan note.
This is also an accusation, if you ask me. I mean, because isn't going through a loan shark illegal? Okay, so in my opinion, she's also accusing Umar Johnson of obtaining this money through illegal means. If I'm not mistaken, a loan shark is illegal because you have to go through a bank and other whatever type of financial institution to get money like that. You can't go to a loan shark because if you don't pay them well, there might be physical consequences, that kind of stuff, right? It's like getting money on the table. It's not tracked by, any type of the FDIC or anything like that, any type of government organization that tracks money. So is that illegal? So wouldn't that be another accusation against her? By the way, wouldn't that be illegal for Mary Ann Lorient to take money from somebody knowing they got it through illegal means? Wouldn't that make Mary Ann Lorient also wouldn't that also damage her integrity as well? I think it would. But I mean, yeah.
Sorry?
That would be a loan, though, right?
By the
For
way,
him, not for me.
Yeah, yeah.
by the way, again, big sis, yes. Loan sharks do not deal in checks. They deal in cash because it's not easy to track. Most people, most of us, like myself included, we all understand this, right? Loan shark deals in cash because it's less to track. He writes it down in a book somewhere, puts his head, and guess what? He says, you know what? I give you 20 today, you give me 40 tomorrow, right? And if you don't, well, you know, again, there might be physical consequences to that, right? You know what I mean?
No. That's what I'm trying to get at. So is it
So when
possible?
they cut the check, because we were so uncomfortable the way that check was presented, we were so uncomfortable with that. I opened a separate account to deposit.
Yeah, I remember.
That check.
Yeah, I remember you said that. I remember. Let me ask though.
Why would you do
So
that?
is it possible? And you may not know this, but is it possible that Legacy Home Buyers is the lender?
Mr. Honor, your guess is better than I am. All I do, I sat down, I signed some paper, they handed it to me, I went to Chase. When that money cleared, I withdrew, I closed that account, I deposited that money in Huntington Bank in Ohio.
Hmm.
I'm not crazy. You think, and then Mr. Honor, you think I'm gonna come to you. I sent you the check.
And she put this sympathy play on Lene Honor so thick, right? And shout out to Lene Honor because he kept his composure the whole thing. This woman is like completely disrespecting him and his platform, in my opinion, by yelling at him and coming at him so hard when he was asking simple questions. Matter of fact, he wasn't even the matter of fact, Lene Honor wasn't even the one that exposed the check. KKC exposed the check, but because she thought that she had a friend in Lenon, she decided to go at him instead of going at KKC, in my opinion. She thought she had a friend with Lenon, so instead of going to KKC and say, hey, man, what's up with this? Why'd you put the check out there with blah, blah, because KKC thought you were a suspect from the beginning. So you didn't go directly to the source of the leak. You'd rather go to Lene Honor and lay the sympathy play on him, thinking that he was going to have your back. But Lene Honor, again, is running his channel as a business, as he should, right? So he goes up in there and he's like, well, hey, Miss Mariette, I'll stick my neck out for you. And now, you know, stuff is coming out just like any business, right? Matter of fact, y'all remember that one lady that came out, that one lady from DoorDash? She dropped the food off at this man's doorstep and she opened the door, come find out. She opened the door and this man was not dressed properly in his home. And she accused him of, you know, of assaulting her in a bad way. Well, DoorDash had to come out with a statement and say, you know, we don't condone this, blah, blah. She should have went in there. And guess what she does? She gets fired. Guess what happened to her? She gets fired. They give her money back to her account. They ban her from DoorDash. They tell, hey, man, probably gave the man a free DoorDash for a year. Say, hey, we sorry about this whole thing. And she goes to jail, right? And so they had to get out in front of this because it was a bad look for the company, right? Lene Honor did the same thing. You know what? Hey, this is a bad look. I got to come out in front of this. I got to explain myself. And also I need you to come up with proof. If not, then you'll be excommunicated from the anti-Umar Johnson sector, right? And that's basically what happened. And it's her fault, right? Yeah.
I everything I sent you, I said, please review. Please review. I sent you the check. I don't have any reason to lie. Why would I give?
Yeah.
I gave you what they gave me. And
Okay,
then when we sat down, we signed paper. When I took that check, I ran straight to Huntington Bank.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, he moved.
Big said she got 8 years, that the DoorDash lady. That was a whole fiasco right there. God damn.
Dirty. Because in my whole entire life, I've never heard of long shark.
Yeah,
and then I was told that's not really even legal. I don't know. But all I know, they did some maneuver for him. And then I even questioned the issue. I'm like, he got all this money. He got all this donor money. Why is he moving like this with this company in Ohio? Why isn't the check just coming directly, a personal check from his account? Umar moves carefully. Umar moves and technique. So nothing is traced back to him.
All right, now hold on. Now, if this is true, tomorrow after you provide all the receipts, this would mean that Umar took out a high interest loan.
No, don't put no word in my mouth.
That's what you said. Put words in your mouth.
He did that concoction in Ohio. I got the money, but he did that concoction in Ohio. That concoction wasn't done where he lived at.
Let me fast forward a little bit. Let me fast forward some.
But like I said,
She comes back up.
Illegal. That's what.
How did I disrespect you, Mr. Arnold?
If I can finish.
Yes.
And I think that's part of what the Cookie Crush chat is reacting to.
How did I disrespect you? How? Just please, because I raised my voice.
Yeah.
A woman nature, we are an emotional creature.
fucking way.
Yo, see, this emotional creature bullshit. I hate that. And don't get me wrong. Yes, women are emotional, of course. Yes, but she's using that as a cop out because she was barreling down this dude's neck for like half an hour, and then when he says, "You know what, Marianne, I think you disrespected me by talking to me sideways like this, right? Putting my channel in danger by trying to call Umar while I'm on live, right? And berating me for and I let you talk the whole time, right? And then she said, "Well, how did I disrespect you? How I disrespect your channel? Are you serious? Oh, well, I'm a woman now. Well, I'm emotional." And that's an excuse to completely go out of bounds in this conversation? I don't think so.
That's scientific.
By the way, oh my God. We got 135,000 people in the box. All right. We got 68 votes. Please get your vote and participate in the poll. Was the lawsuit a lie? 67% said yes, 6% said no, and 28% said yes, just like FDMD. Get your vote in, please. And also, of course, if you want to monetarily donate, hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat. But we're done with this part, right? So after this, okay, Lene Honor comes back on after all this stuff and the smoke clears, and he says, "You know what? I'm going to address the crowd one more time, and then I'll be done with this." And this is what he says.
Well, let me get into it. I actually put together, and I'm just going to go through this step by step. Okay, so I'm not going to be, we're not going to be here long. So if you guys don't know, I did a video yesterday to address a situation dealing with a check that Sister Mary Ann Lorient sent to me, and I showed in 2025. And there is someone with the screen name @HopeLou who posted this message on my YouTube page yesterday. And they stated, "That's not a real check." It says at the bottom of the check, disclaimer, "This is not a real check." And then why would she, meaning Mary Ann Lorient, lie about that? That put me in a frenzy. I'm going to tell you guys, my first inclination was to just dismiss it. But then I thought that what if this is an issue?
By the way, one quick correction, all right? Because KKC did reveal the check, okay? But something that I forgot to say, that the check was also revealed on Lene Honor's page as well. Let me go to his community tab. If it's still up there 13 hours ago, I believe, 13 days ago, I believe it still is, okay? Should still be up there. It says, where is it? 13 days ago, 13, is it still up there? Okay. Someone with the screen name HopeLou posted the following message: "This is not a real check." It says at the bottom of the check, "Why would she lie about that?" I took a second look at the check, and it says, "The bottom disclaimer, this is not a real check. To receive your cash offer, call this number." I researched the phone number on the check and found that the number is associated with a common fake check, unsolicited cash offer marketing tactics, which are frequently identified as scams. All right. As of right now, I'm giving Mary Ann Lorient the benefit of the doubt. However, I am holding myself accountable for not properly analyzing the check during my September 29th live stream. I will also issue a public retraction and public apology if I did not receive clear, corroborating evidence providing Mary Ann's claim about receiving a settlement in the amount of $68,600. All right. So Lene Honor was also alerted of this. I don't know if it was the chicken or the egg. Did KKC post it first, and then someone hit Lene Honor up afterwards, or was it vice versa? But in any case, he was also contacted with the check. But if I had to guess, I would say that KKC and then Lene Honor, and then after that, again, where are we at now?
So I have to hold myself accountable in the first place. We wouldn't be here in the first place if I had, and I stated this yesterday, but I'm gonna say it again. We wouldn't be here with this situation, which is truly unfortunate, if I had done my due diligence on that check. That if when she sent it to me, I looked at it and analyzed it, and then I saw the discrepancies and then talked with her about it and said, "Hey, listen, this, what's going on here?" And then maybe then, it could have been resolved in a way to where, and here we are now in 2026, where things are where these are rough waters. That's life. It's life. This happens. I have to hold myself accountable We wouldn't be in this position. I said it yesterday if I had done my due diligence. Okay, I took her word for it on that particular.
By the way, COGO, I see you. Salute, brother.
I've taken her word on some other things too, but I'm not going to be doing that moving forward. In fact, I don't plan on having guests on here anymore either. I forgot to put that on here. I'll explain why to you guys in a minute. Yeah, I forgot to put that on here. So before we get into my notes, I just want to say I should have done my due diligence, and that's on me. That's my bad. The other thing, and I thought about this after the live stream, I thought about it because I didn't go to sleep. I couldn't fall asleep. I did get some of the valerian root, and I took some of that earlier, and I was able to sleep for about 3 hours. Check situation. This is part of the Umar Johnson's, what I call the Umar Johnson saga. Other people call it the Umar Johnson saga. If I was in a position to manage the chat room, I would have done so. But there were so many people here too, and I don't know if there were mods who were trying to handle it, and the chat room was going crazy. So I hold myself accountable for that because I should have done my best to try to mitigate that, and I'm not quite sure how I could have done that. But I should have figured something out. It was not until she actually mentioned it that I realized it, because she was probably watching it. I wasn't watching it at that time. When I was looking at I was trying to focus on this, on her, and trying to steer the conversation to where we can get some sort of resolution on all of this. So those are the three things that I can think of right now that I need to hold myself accountable for.
All right, so you see Lene Honors once again hold himself accountable on the back end of Marianne Lawrence rant. By the way, who is this? Money Boy Trey. Where did you see that at? Inquiring minds would like to know what platform she was on. How did she announce that? But anyway, getting back to Miss Lorient. So Lene Honor goes on. He apologizes profusely for not vetting this whole situation properly in the beginning. All right. And then Miss Marianne comes back the day after she blew up the spot with the Cookie Crush chat. Then she goes on and says, you know what? I got to explain myself because I acted very much out of character. So here we go now with Miss Marianne the day after the dust settles of her rant on Lene Honor's channel.
And I said, Marianne, we stand behind you. We support you. Your silence has gone too long. Please come, show your receipt, and let's all move forward. I explained to them that I'm gathering my proper document.
Still ain't done it yet.
To put a presentation to present this following week. They said that's too long. You need to come forward.
Apparently wasn't long enough.
Thursday night, I had a heated and ugly interaction with Mr. Honor on his.
And whose fault was that? Because he wasn't ugly with you, but you were very, very ugly with Lene Honor and have continued to throw him under the bus, right? And I don't know, maybe no KKC and no Mon Chaos Brew and the Working Man podcast. Maybe we too big for you, so you picked on Lene Honor to throw under the bus because he was the nice guy, right? So you can't come at nobody else because they're gonna give it to you straight. So you continue to throw Lene Honor under the bus, and of course, because he's the one that introduced this check to the interwebs via yourself. Because you on your video said that you promised Lene Honor as soon as you got the check that you would give it to him. So it's not like he asked for the check. You promised that you were going to show proof of the lawsuit, and come to find out the proof that you gave was fraudulent. But, yeah.
Channel. I told Mr. Honor, I am going to the bank first thing in the morning and I will get the proper receipt and put this to rest. At 7 a.m., when I got off work, I went to the bank at 9 a.m. I went to Chase. I said, I need a copy of the check for $68,600 that I deposited. They said, because the account is closed, it's no longer active.
All right, y'all, we got some breaking news. We gotta cut this for just a second. Let me pull this up. We gotta break this real quick, y'all. I'm sorry, and then we'll get back. We will get back to the festivities here. Let me pull this up. Y'all got to see this. Lene has requested that Lene Honor remove the her section of the documentary. Hold on, let me find this. Her. Okay. All right. Here we go. Major announcement. Let's pull this up, y'all, so y'all can see this. Let me go back. We take the fair use banner down. Hold on 1 second here so y'all can see it. See it good. This is her quiet power up. I assume this is Lene's Facebook page. Major announcement 43 minutes ago from the Queen's desk. Due to the overwhelming amount of confusion, commentary, and unnecessary noise surrounding this situation, I assume with Miss Marianne and other things going on, I will be formally requesting that my story be removed from Lenon's channel and documentary. I have no room for hate on my plate. What was meant to be a contribution to a broader conversation has now become something else entirely. For that reason, the story will be moving to my own platform where it can be presented properly. I thank him for his support and I wish him continued success. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., her quiet power. Right? I guess there was a quote in there where it says Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That's where she got that from. Okay? Of course, we are the Workman Podcast. Respect her decision. In light of everything that's been going on with this whole check situation with Miss Marianne Lorient, a lot of things have been brought to the surface and have been scrutinized because of Miss Marianne. All right, unfortunately. And so Miss Lene had decided to make an executive decision. I'm sure this is 43 minutes ago, so I'm sure Lene has seen this already. Maybe she has talked to him already. If not, I'm sure they talk behind the scenes, Lene and Lenon. So, yeah, this, man, okay. Well, y'all see it, right? Y'all go to her page and read it for yourself, but I just wanted to break it real quick. And let's get back to Miss Marianne Lorient.
Reach out to customer service. It will take 2 to 3 business days to get you a copy. When I left Chase, I went to Huntington. I said, I need a copy of the $45,000 that I deposit.
Now, wait a minute. You said the check was for $68,600. Now you said it's $45,000. So is it $68,000 or is it $45,000? Okay. Questions.
The reason is $45,000. I took $23,600. I wanted to get the Chase screenshot check with the 45, put all my finding together, and make my presentation. Now, the problem that I'm having when I was blindsided with this, and I jumped on Mr. Honor's live. Yes, I apologized before leaving that live. My behavior was unacceptable. But family, Mr. Honor and I have a rapport. Mr. Honor and I believe, had developed a friendship. Mr. Honor and I have an open door.
All right, so COGO says here she was taken up for Marianne on red rum and people have been dragging her for it. Okay, well, or what could be perceived as having Mal's back. To me, she was playing the fence. All right, so she decided to be one of the ones that maybe had a little compassion for Miss Marianne, and I guess it's not working out like she thought, right? I'm sorry for that. I mean, she's free to have whatever opinion she wants about it, but apparently it's not working out, and so I guess she's gonna go another route. That's unfortunate.
Communication. Mr. Honor.
By the way, let's check in on the poll. We got 92 votes. We got 104,000 people in the box, all right? Was the lawsuit a lie? 68% said yes, 5% says no, and 26% said yes, just like FDMG, all right? Participate in the poll, please, if you will. And again, if you want to donate, hit the cash or hit the super chat. If nothing else, make sure you hit the like button. Wait a minute, hold up. I got to give another applause. We got Red Room TV in the building. Red Room TV, man, shout out to you. I've seen some of your content too, bro. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Let's get back to Miss Marianne.
Should have reached out to me. Give me a chance. Hey, Marianne, there's some discrepancy with this check that I showed on my channel. I need you to fix this so we can move forward. All that running around I did Friday, I would have done it like white on rice to correct the situation. What angered me, and a lot of his channel member couldn't understand, I told him, you gave me a bullet and you can't undo it. The damage has been done.
Wow.
You tell I sent her a message. You send me a message in 2 hours, you dropped the live. That was unfair to me.
Now, how was that unfair? He did drop a live, but he did say in live he was going to give you a chance to come up with the evidence, and that he would come back and either, apologize for, maybe doubting you, or he would post a retraction because you didn't come with evidence. And he did that. And guess what? Again, it's 13 days later, and you still haven't come up with a check to YouTube to prove that what you said was right. All you've done is you hid videos, you put them behind paywalls, you took down some of your videos, you turned off your comments, you said you're going to start doing lives behind paywalls now instead of public, you're going to take a step back so that your audience can gain your trust back again, all this kind of stuff, right? So you still haven't came up with a check, but you still want to argue your point on your channel and your echo chamber to say, oh, well, Lenon did me bad, and the Information Man did me bad, and KKC threw me under the bus, and everybody else is doing all these videos about me. But you had a chance. You've had 13 days to come up with substantial evidence to plead your case, to say all of y'all was wrong, and if we was wrong, we would all come out here on YouTube and eat crow. But you still haven't come up with any evidence. So now you're still today or yesterday when you went to the police station, you're still telling people that you're the victim.
Now, I gave you the check in September. Family, I'm not going to incriminate myself. September.
Family.
I didn't see no 1-800 number on that check. I screenshot it. I gave it to him, and I took the L for that.
Wow, took the L for that.
He's cybersecurity. He missed it. And
then she throws the insult, and she said this several times. Well, he's cybersecurity. He should have seen this. You're cybersecurity, but you were supposed to check it. And to be fair, yes, he was. Okay, but you're not saying that in defense of Lenon to say, well, with your expertise, you should have caught that. You're saying that as an insult. Well, you're cybersecurity. You should have caught that, right? Wow.
To be honorable and take the L as well. Now, and then what upset me, that made me more furious, you claim Well, you gave everybody the impression, oh, a channel member.
I forgot her live chat is still up on this. So can y'all see it on the? Can y'all see it? Let me pull up the live chat because the live chat went in on her, man. Whoa, boy, they were still in there giving her heat.
Brought it to your attention.
Read
it
the
may
live
be
chat.
so. The channel member brought it to a content creator's attention, which was going to blow it up. And you sacrificed me. What you should have done is acknowledge who that content creator that was going to blow it up.
Acknowledge the content creator. She's talking about KKC. She, for like a whole week, she wouldn't say his name. The content creator she's talking about is King Kong Crazy.
But he acknowledged the channel member that has three subscribers. Stop. That we will not do, family. That we will not do.
No, she's not talking about KKC. She's talking about the man that was on Lene Honor's page that broke the check. That's what she's talking about. But she's gonna throw KKC in there too without naming his name.
And then I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the reason I'm willing to come and show receipt because I had no malice intent to hurt his channel. And I have integrity. I did not know when I got that check from his camp with the letter, they want to sit down and settle. I'm like, wow, he budged. We sat down, I signed a disclosure, the check that they gave me, I deposited at Chase. Throughout the entire time, some of you don't know the behind the scene. I kept Mr. Honor updated. I told him, hey, it's funny. We're not going to get him for that school, but we're going to get him for a passing bag check. I said, I'm not even depositing that check in my account because I don't trust anything that's connected with him. And the whole thing was, and I even discussed with Mr. Honor, the whole thing was confusing. I got this check, and then when we sat down, I signed a disclosure, another check, we gave him that check, but you know I'm an investigator. That check that I deposited at Chase Manhattan, that cashier check was from Dollar Bank. Umar does not reside in Ohio.
Okay, now she's still going on, right? Let's go back to Miss Lorient's page because she keeps going. She's still throwing more on the bus, right? Let's go back to her page because I think she got another video where she's still like, oh, no, woe was me and all that kind of stuff, right? That was the live. Then she does this one where she brings receipts and accountability. Where is this? See this right here? Receipt. And she doesn't say plural. Again, she types just like she talks. Receipt. Bring the accountability. Let me see. Y'all see it right there? 8 days ago, 12K. This one where she recorded herself on a phone. I don't know how she did this, but she recorded herself on somebody's phone. And then the person that uploaded this video recorded the video that she recorded. Watch this.
I'm sorry, Lora.
Good afternoon.
Now you see that heading up top right there? It says today at 3:59 a.m. edit. That is an iPhone video edit page, I believe, because that looks very familiar, okay? Now, this is somebody's phone sitting somewhere on, you know what I'm saying? It's sitting on a table, I guess, somewhere, something like that, right? So she takes somebody, whoever had this, put the phone down and then recorded that video with their phone while it's playing on the other phone, then upload it like this. I'm like,
everyone.
It's weird. It's weird. You see you see the finger? They're trying to hold the phone while they're recording.
Everyone.
Watch the finger. See that?
Here. We have this famous check circulating on YouTube. Everybody had a chance to make video, comment. So today, I am sitting down to address the check. But before I start, I promise it's not going to be a 4-hour.
Hey, lady 7473, I seen you a lot of people's chat. Welcome. I see you. Hey, welcome. Salute. By the way, my Chaos Brew, another $10 super chat.
I'm gracious, but I'm not content.
No, next time make it 20, all right?
Donations.
Next time make it 20, of course. Next time make it 20.
Donations.
All right?
Donations.
But you're right. That is iMovie. I'm sorry. You're right. That is on the iPhone. She recorded this from off of her phone or somebody's phone, and then the person recorded that video off the phone and then uploaded it to her page on YouTube.
Video, but there's a lot that I want to cover. We're going to do some phone calls. We're going to do a lot of stuff because a lot went down regarding this check. So I want to start with this.
Mary, this is Debbie calling from Elevate Corporate Security in Cleveland. It is Wednesday. I will be in the office till 3:30. There will be someone in the security department until 5. We can be reached at 216-736-8882. Again.
By the way, there's a recording in here because she claims that she made a phone call right here, even though I can see some icons that isn't of a phone call. If you can look over the top of that phone, this isn't a phone call she's on. This is a recorded interaction, if I'm not mistaken. All right, this is still some chicanery right here.
Wednesday, I will be in the office till 3:30. There will be someone in the security department until 5. We can be reached at 216-736-8882. Again, 216-736-8882. Please feel, please feel free to call your local branch to verify that I do actually work for Dollar Bank. Just let them know it is Debbie in Cleveland, and they could transfer your call to me. Thank you.
My Chaos Brew says you call the bank at 3:49 a.m. No call center is open there ever. I mean, come on. Does this add up at all? I mean, the whole video is fugazi right now, just about what she's doing with the video in video. And again, if you look at the phone, where the phone's sitting, it doesn't look like she's on a phone. It doesn't even like she's on a call. It looks like y'all said in the chat, this is a voicemail or a recording that she recorded to play back to us to make it seem like she's calling customer service of the bank when it's really some funny business.
Okay. Now, hold on, fam. Like, oh my God. She still haven't addressed the check yet. So
and you still haven't.
The local number, we're going to do this together, step by step.
See, this is some fugazi bullshit.
Bitch, ain't no way.
See, Donzy?
Ain't no fucking way.
Now you turn the phone to sound like you're going to show us dialing the phone number, but you really put the number in, then you make the phone call, right? Which you're really not making any dialing number. You're looking for the next recording so you can play it to us to make it seem like you're being on up and up with us, with your audience, with your subscribers.
Follow me. I'm addressing the check. Just please patiently follow me. 14409373100. You all can see, I'm going to hit the call button.
All right, go ahead.
Calling
Hit
her
the call
friend.
button.
How we
Hit the
know
call
she's calling the
button.
bank? Here we go. Okay.
All right.
Calling the Dollar Bank office in Avon. Please listen carefully and select from the following 3 options. If you are inquiring about the hours of this branch, please press 1. If you are calling to inquire about your balance, account history, payments, or transfers, and would like to be transferred to our push-button telephone banking, please press 2. If you would like to speak with a branch representative, please stay on the line. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling over. Can you on the Dean speaking?
I'm sorry, where am I calling, please?
Yeah, Dean Perella.
Okay,
What?
Dean Perella. Am I calling Dollar Bank?
Yeah, I said thanks for calling over. Can you on the Dean speaking?
Okay, I just want to make sure I got that.
Today we have just 2 individuals.
Okay,
So.
I'm not sure who to talk to. I need you to follow up with Debbie. She's with the investigation team in Cleveland, Ohio. She was retrieving a check for me from 2025 for $68,600, and I wanted to follow up with a thank you, how swift she was.
Thank you for being here, Mon Chaos. Bruce said you got a growing, guys. Well, have a great day. Thank you for being here, and I hope you come back to the next live. Enjoy your day.
She, if you could kindly connect me, because in her message she said the branch could connect me to them, to her.
Okay.
Her name is Debbie.
Available. Yeah, no, I know Debbie. She is awesome. I'm just not sure she is available.
Okay, well, can you kindly connect me to Debbie?
Yeah, yep. Let me see if I can.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't see that she's available at the moment. Can I get you at least a number to call? That way you can ask for the name?
Yeah, you could connect me to the investigation department, yes.
Okay, yeah, I don't have that internal number that you're asking for that.
Okay, so hold on.
I do have our account services team though, and they should be able to get you there.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what her, wait. Let me see what her message says.
Yeah, sure thing.
Her message says, the local bank will be more than happy to connect you with the Cleveland.
See, this whole call is fugazi too, because now she's calling customer service to get in touch with a particular person. Usually when you call these banking institutions, they give you a extension to the person. You can reach them directly. You don't have to call customer service to put you in touch with somebody that's in the department. They would have given you their extensions. You can call them back directly if the business was that important. That's what usually happens with any customer service or any company. If it's that important, they just give you the extension. No, if the call gets disconnected, you can call me back, call this number 1-800 so-and-so extension, blah, blah, and you'll get right in touch with me. So you're calling this guy who doesn't know you from a can of paint to get in touch with this Debbie person.
Dollar Bank in Cleveland, Ohio. And then the individual that I need to talk to is Debbie.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Mary Ann Lorient. Lorient.
I'm sorry, Lorant?
No, Lorient.
Okay. And did Debbie call you, Miss Marianne?
Yes, she certainly did. She instructed me to call the local branch to verify that she works in security for a Dollar Bank. She was checking on a check for me from 2025 for $68,600, and I want to follow up with a personal thank you for her swift help.
All right, no worries. Let me see if Debbie is available. Hold on one moment.
So she goes through all this on live stream, right? She goes to all this calling customer service just to tell Debbie thank you, not to say, well, hey, I need to get a copy of so-and-so, or, hey, I need proof of payment because, make up whatever excuse. She makes this phone call just to say that, well, I talked to somebody named Debbie about the case. I mean, this still isn't any proof, but again, she says receipt, right? To bring the king to accountability, I guess, meaning Lene or whoever else she's got beef with right now.
Let's talk. I got an email. He wants to settle. I'm going to address that check that went around. Be patient. Y'all going to give me this. I deserve that. My character was assassinated.
She
I
deserve
deserve
that.
that.
Yeah.
I received an email. He's tired of going back and forth with you. He doesn't want to bicker. I don't have my laptop. I should read it word for word. My laptop's over there. He doesn't want to bicker. He wants to sit down for a settlement. Are you open to that?
I'm like, oh.
You see how the person that's recording this, that they're trying to adjust their position. So you see the outline of the phone at the top right there with the screen of the phone, because the phone's sitting sideways while they're playing this. And so they're trying to readjust themselves because this is an hour and 17-minute video that they got to record, right? I mean, again, this is foolishness, okay? But let me fast forward a little bit more, because she still got receipts, she says. Wow, that's a
So I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay. And then the person's like, if I were you, I would jump ship because he's going to throw you over. If you let Leonard throw you over, you're never going to recover. If you jump ship, now you're going to take a hit. You're going to take a hit. You'll recover, but it ain't going to be on the level like you are now. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take my chance on the ship. This conversation happened on Wednesday. Listen, when I tell you I make moves, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I make moves.
Yeah, I gave him screenshot. He asked for it. And Mr. Honor need to be honest. And
Miss Marianne, you said that Lene Honor asked for this. Let's go back. Where is it? Where's Make a Change? Hold on. Because she said that she asked for it. Let's go back. Where's she on the patio? She said that she's going to give Lene Honor a check.
$68,600. I left the checks up there. I hadn't even cashed your check yet. Your check's still up there. But what I did do, I sent a copy of that check to Honor, because I promised Honor, when I get paid, I would return back on this show, and then I would do let the people know I got my money back.
So you said that Lene Honor wanted the check. You said that you was going to give Lene Honor the check when you got paid. All right? Now, I don't know what conversation y'all had in the background for this, but you said you was going to give him the damn check. Not Lene Honor asked for the check. You gave it to him because you wanted to prove that you got paid from Umar Johnson. That's what happened.
Well, he said he's fair. When he asked for that check, that's in text message. Can you send me a copy of that check front and back? That's in text. Nah, Mr. Honor, we're not going to do this in the YouTube stream. We will not do that. You understand? He asked for it. I didn't just deliberately gave him something. There was no malice here. That's my boy. You asked for it, I gave it to you. If I could rewind and redo it again, there's a lot of things I would do differently. Now wait, guys, well, where she's going with all this? Okay, we're following. Follow me, because I'm coming to you.
Family.
This was Wednesday, and I knew something was up. I chilled. I'm like, that's my boy. I said,
my boy.
2 days or 3 days, I can't recall. I talked to him. I said, Mr. Honor, I know there's this content creator that's coming at me. Oh, just ignore him. I said, but me and Lene, you brought us both on YouTube. Can you sit down, ask both of our mentors? Oh, no, I don't get involved in stuff like that. He was very dismissive. And I'm like, yeah, Mr. Honor, I think if you come in and just, I'm not asking you to pick side, but just sit with us. He shot it down. I'm like, all right, he's my mentor. He's been on YouTube. He know how to move in these YouTube stream. Okay? Wednesday, I knew Leonard no. I'm sitting to see
Leonard.
Okay, when is he gonna reach to me? But I'm a type of person. I make move.
Make move.
Out of sheer panic, I'm like, man, I gotta protect him. And I gotta protect myself.
Oh,
I don't have visual of the check. I don't have it. Because when I screenshotted, that check was exchanged. I got a level. I don't have that check. So let me tell y'all what I did. I got in my car. I went to Dollar Bank. I walked in there, and you know what? I wasn't crazy. There was line. There was 1, 2, 3 Taylor. There's people in all line. I'm like, I'm not sitting here in line. Gently, I'm not gonna lie. I said, I need to speak to the branch manager. Right now. White folks don't like when voices are elevated. Customers were turning, tailors are looking, and then, hold on, baby, are looking. And then this lady approached me, Cass, I'm the branch manager. Do you want to come to my office? I said, no, I don't need to come in your office. I said, I'm adding pressure. This is me doing technique.
Okay, so she says she goes in the Dollar Bank because she make move, right? She make move. So she says she went in Dollar Bank and she went There was 4 tellers in there. All the tellers are occupied. She goes in there and she tells somebody, she yells out that she needs some help. And somebody comes to try to help her. And she's getting amped up because she feels pressure from the fact that YouTube is about to air her out for lying, essentially, right? Okay. All right. So we're going to end it here for now, y'all. Been on here about an hour and a half. And I'm a normie, so I got to go to work in the morning, okay? So we're going to do a part 3 to this, maybe either tomorrow or Monday. We're going to do a part 3 to this because I want to catch y'all all the way until she goes to the police station talking about she went to go see Patrick Bishop with the check that this alleged investigation, this federal investigation she's got going on between Cleveland, Pennsylvania, and Wilmington, Delaware, that this investigation apparently has 3 different phases to it. All right. I don't believe that personally, but maybe it is. Okay. But we're going to stick a pin in this right here. We're going to have a part 3 to this Marython, if you will. All right. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, My Chaos Brew, for the donations. Thank everyone for participating in the poll. If you hopefully y'all like the video, we got 158 people in the box. We only got 45 likes. So please get the likes up on the way out of here, please. If you're still here, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, well, Lene, you was up in here. We got to give you a clap too. What's up, Lene? How you doing? All right. Lene, now I've been following you ever since you broke the news about what happened with you on Lene Honest channel. Again, I'm an avid watcher and fan of all these channels I watch, okay, from KKC, Chaos Brew, Lenon, Uncle Mo, Cooking Frame, Make a Change, everybody. I'm a fan of everybody that's up in here, okay? I watch all of y'all. And yeah, hopefully the decision that you decide to make, we covered that a little while ago, the decision that you decide to make, I hope it all works out. I know you have your reasons, so hopefully everything's all good with that. All right? But in any case, yeah, we're going to end it right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to come back with another live stream later on to address the rest of this Mary and Lorient shenanigans, okay? All right? So, that being said, where is it? We're going to transition back here. Thank everybody once again for your contributions. By the way, the poll that we're going to end here soon, 128 votes. Was the lawsuit a lie? 69% said yes, 5% said no, and 27% said yes, just like FDMG, okay? So thank y'all for participating in the poll. If you didn't donate, but you found you wanted to on your heart, I appreciate everybody for their participation, whether you hit the like button, whether you participate in the poll, whether you super chatted, whether you was in the comment section, the live chat. All right, if you're on the replay, try to hype the video, hit the like button, and again, financially donate if you feel it on your heart, because
I'm gracious, but I'm not content.
Because I'm gracious, but I'm not content, of course. All right, because of course this is YouTube, so we do this for fun, but we also do it for funds. All right, with that being said, thank you all for attending another live stream of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury, where reality checks are free. All right? And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, I hope you get some good rest. That's what I'm about to do. And I will see you all soon. Take care. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I got to stay true to myself. Reality checks are free. See you next time.